Oh, Theodora, I am so excited about today's story. It's really special because...
Dina?
What?
Well, I think all of our friends are here.
Oh, hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh, I didn't even see you there. Theodora and I were discussing today's book. It's very special because it's based on a true story. It's called Operation Breathe Easy, and it's written by Joan Powers and illustrated by Michelle Cottle. And it is a child's lung transplant story.
Excuse me, but what is a transplant? Is it something to do with plants or planting?
Well, that is a really good question, Theodora. Okay, even though transplant has the word plant in it, it actually has nothing to do with plants. It has to do with something being stuck in one place. Like, well, I guess we'll say a plant, right? And it's rooted really deep into one place. And you have to move it really, really, really carefully and gently from this one place and plant it, I guess, in another place. And that's what transplant means, but it doesn't have to do with a plant. It just means moving it very carefully. And so today we're going to read about Tommy and his lung transplant story. Here we go. I need my trusted spectacles. Today is an exciting but scary day for Tommy. He loves to ride his bike, play baseball, and hike. But mostly he likes to go to school and he likes to help people. Tommy had a cough and trouble catching his breath. His mom took him to the pediatrician, Dr. Button. Dr. Button asked Tommy's mom to get some medicine at the store. And Tommy took it for a few days, but it didn't help. Dr. Button sent Tommy for some tests. The nurses were very nice. They made sure he was comfortable when they took his x-rays and drew his blood.
Oh, Dina.
What's that?
What's an x-ray?
Oh, well, an x-ray is like a picture they take of the inside of your body instead of the outside.
Oh, you mean like Superman and x-ray vision?
Yes, kind of like Superman's x-ray vision, except, well, here's a picture. It's not in color, it's in black and white and gray. And here in this x-ray, you can see the person's lungs on the inside of their rib cage. And in the middle is their heart. And then right down the middle, you can see the spine. And that's an x-ray. And you know what? It never hurts. Never hurts? Yeah, it's just a picture. Tommy and his mom and dad went to Dr. Button's office to get the results. Dr. Button told them that Tommy's lungs were sick. They didn't work right. He said Tommy will need an operation, a lung transplant. During the operation, Dr. Button will replace Tommy's sick lungs with healthy ones. Tommy's mom and dad read him books about transplants. The books help answer his questions. Tommy's healthy lungs will be donated by another person. I guess someone else likes to help people just like I do, thought Tommy. He knows that another family had to lose a special person for him to get his new lungs. This makes him happy and sad. While Tommy waits for his new lungs, he wore a special mask to help him breathe. The mask looks funny, but it doesn't hurt, and it helps him to breathe easier. It's kind of like the masks that we wear sometimes at school or at the doctor's office, but this one is clear, and it goes around your mouth, and it actually pumps oxygen in to help you breathe easier. Tommy got tired when he walked because his body had to work hard to breathe. His legs worked fine, but he used a wheelchair to get around.
Oh, is that like when you're playing chase or tag and you're running so hard you're all, you just want to lie on the ground because you're so tired?
Yes, Theodora, just like that, but poor Tommy got winded just like you did. just getting out of bed. That's how hard his lungs were working. Today is the day Tommy has been waiting for. His new lungs are ready. Tommy has been looking forward to this operation. After it is done and his body heals, he will play with his friends and go back to school. Tommy uses his wheelchair most of the time. Today he asks if he can walk into the hospital. Mom and Dad say okay, but he must hold on to the railing. Tommy brings his teddy bear, Bart, to keep him company. Tommy is very brave. Hey, Theodora, he has a teddy bear too, just like me. The doctors and nurses are waiting for Tommy when he gets to the hospital. They are all there to care for him. He has been to the hospital many times and already knows some of the doctors and nurses. Dr. Button comes to say hello. Tommy likes Dr. Button. They tell each other knock-knock jokes to make each other laugh.
Wait, I got a joke.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Goat.
Goat who?
Goat to the door. Let me in. I got another one.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Radio.
Radio? Radio who?
Radio knock. Here I come.
Those are good, Theodora. I bet you guys have great knock-knock jokes, too. Tommy has seen Dr. Button many times. He still thinks it's funny for a doctor's last name to be Button. He makes my lips laugh. Button. The doctor says it's time for Tommy to get his new lungs. Everyone has told Tommy that everything will be okay. But now that the operation is here, he feels scared. His mom and dad say, it's okay to be scared.
I don't like feeling scared.
Oh, I know, Theodora. I don't like to be scared either. But you know what? Being scared means you're alive and that your body is ready for action. Tommy trusts his mom and dad and the doctors and nurses, and they're all looking out for him. So his body action is to be brave. Yeah, let's change the page. Tommy has his own room in the hospital where he will stay for his entire visit. The machines in the room will help him feel better after his operation. Tommy has a big bed that can go up and down and actually bend in the middle like a taco. Who knew, right? Oh, and Tommy will want to play with the buttons on the bed. The bed has buttons. Oh, and there's one very important button he can push to call for the nurses when he needs them. It's called the call button. Everyone who visits Tommy will need to wash their hands and put on a mask and gown before entering the room. Not just his mom and dad, but all of the doctors and nurses too. This will help keep germs away from Tommy while he's getting better. We all know about PPE, right? With masks and shields and the proper attire. All there to protect Tommy, too. It's time to go to the operating room. A nice nurse comes in and puts a soft blue hat on Tommy's head. To cover his hair, of course. Tommy smiles when he thinks about his dog wearing a mask and gown. Look, Theodora. Look at the dog. That is funny. The nurse rolls Tommy's bed to the operating room. Tommy's mom and dad will sit in the waiting room nearby. During the operation, a nurse will come to the waiting room and let them know that everything is okay. The operating room has big lights. Everyone is busy rushing around getting ready. Tommy is there for a short time before he's given a special medicine and falls asleep. Theodora, don't go to sleep. You'll miss the story.
Oh, I know. I was just pretending.
After his operation, Tommy opens his eyes and sees his mom and dad. He doesn't remember anything about the operation. Dr. Button says that is how it's supposed to be. Tommy has a cuff on his arm that gives him a gentle squeeze once in a while. It looks kind of like this. It's called a blood pressure cuff, and it helps monitor how much oxygen your blood is pushing through your whole body. The tube he had in his mouth to help him breathe is now out, and he only needs an oxygen mask like before the operation. The nurses make sure he has warm blankets, too. All of these things will help his body heal. Tommy wants to talk about his operation, but for now his new lungs need to rest. It will take a while for Tommy to feel better after his surgery. Everyone is thinking about ways to help him get better and feel good and get home. Nana is thinking about cooking his favorite foods. Eating healthy foods will help Tommy get strong. And Grandpa knows all of Tommy's favorite books so he can read and not get bored.
Can he do other things like play cards and games?
Yes.
How about video games?
Yes, well, of course, just as long as he takes it easy. Tommy tries hard to do everything the doctors and nurses tell him to do. He has been in the hospital for a few days and wants to go home. Dr. Button comes in daily to check on Tommy. Today, he tells him that he is doing great, and tomorrow he can get out of bed for a short walk in the hallway with no wheelchair and no oxygen mask. Woohoo! Oh, look at the mommy. That would be me, totally. I would be like, oh, I'm so happy. Us moms. Everyone is happy to hear Tommy is doing well. His friends made him get well cards, and his mom hangs them in his hospital room. The nurses and doctor tell Tommy they have never seen so many cards. Oh, and some are very funny, but they all make Tommy very happy.
Wow, Kazali.
Yeah, I know, right?
There are so
That
many
is so
cards.
awesome.
I bet that made Tommy feel so much better.
Tommy gets stronger every day. He is breathing easier and does not get as tired. Tommy hears that some other children at the hospital need transplant operations. Ethan needs a kidney, Rachel needs a liver, and Fiona needs a heart. Can you find them on this chart? Tommy has an idea. He wants to tell the other children his story about being sick and how the transplant operation made him feel better. By talking with the children, he can make it less scary by letting them know what to expect. Dr. Button thinks Tommy's idea is wonderful. He goes with Tommy to see the other children. Tommy tells his story. Tommy says all kids are different, so each of them will have a different story to tell after their transplant operation. The children are so happy to hear Tommy's story. What a nice thing to do. Tommy used to think he was the only kid who had to have a transplant operation. Now he has lots of friends who have had a transplant.
Oh, wow.
Before Tommy got sick, he had a lot of energy and enjoyed helping people. He can't wait to help his neighbor, Mr. Smalley, take his trash barrels to the curb on trash day. And he looks forward to helping Mrs. Walker with her cat, Twinkle Toes. One time, Twinkle Toes was stuck up in a tree, and Tommy had to climb up there and rescue her. He can't wait to climb trees again. Today is a special day. Tommy can finally go home. He is going to miss the nurses who took such good care of him and the doctors who would come in every day to make sure he was healing. However, he is excited about sleeping in his own bed at night with his dog.
Look, no wheelchair. And look, no mask for oxygen. He's walking and breathing all on his own. Yay, Tommy!
When Tommy gets home, Mr. Smalley, Mrs. Walker, and Twinkle Toes are outside waiting for him. They wave hello. They've missed Tommy and are glad to see him. Tommy is glad to see his neighbors and gives them a big wave, big wave. And then he kneels down and gives his dog a big hug. The ride home made Tommy sleepy. He crawls into his bed, takes a long, deep breath with his new lungs, and falls asleep. He feels almost like he did before he got sick. Tommy will have to take it easy until he gets all of his strength back. Tomorrow, he will visit with his friends, but tonight, he dreams about playing baseball, taking hikes, and going to school just like he used to. The
Wow,
end.
what a great
Yes,
story.
it is a great story.
Dina, if this is based on a true story, is Tommy real? And is he all grown up now?
Actually, good question. The author, Joan Powers, actually wrote and dedicated this book to her friend Tom. And there he is, all grown up with his dog. And they are living happily ever after. The end. Wasn't that a great story? And if you want to read it again or learn more, I'll put a card up right afterwards so you can check it out. Thanks for watching Dina Sherman's Stories and More. Remember to subscribe and like. And until next time, bye everyone!
Bye-bye.